Bitch, tick, dick, fuck. Oh my god, it's been so long since I uploaded something. It's been like a month. Oh, you saw my hair. Right on. But anyways, I got the iPhone 4S. I know it's kind of ridiculous because I could have just waited to get the 5, but I said fuck that. Because I didn't want to wait forever to get a new phone. But anyways, I just finished this battle. He leads off with a scissor. I lead off with my Heatran. Set up the rocks because I thought he was going to switch out right away, but he just goes for the U-turn, which he is probably choice-banded, because what scissor isn't choice-banded nowadays? But, you know, whatever. He has a rain team, which kind of pissed me off, because I had three guys with, like, a fire move at least. And this weather just kicks my ass, but you know what? Fuck it. I get some leftovers. I use Protect just to see what he wants to do. You know, because you gotta play safe like that. And he just goes for the Hidden Power. Probably Hidden Power Fire, predicting me to switch into Celebi or something. Predicting the water move, you know, because a whole bunch of predicting's going on. And he predicts it again. But it turns out it's, like, not Hidden Power Fire. And I really have no idea what it is. Maybe it's Hidden Power Ice. But I use Toxic the shit out of this Politoed, this mysteriously called Poliwag, and when I was battling, I was like, hey, you're not a fucking Poliwag. But he gets hurt by poison, he switches out, goes into his Latios, which I should have used a Toxic right here, but it actually worked out good at later end of this game, but I just go for Protect just to see what he wanted to do. Which really didn't work out. But then, I was thinking this Latios is choice specs, and so I just protect myself. It turns out he's going for Surf. I switch. This was a mistake. I go into Metagross knowing that I could probably take a nice one, but it doesn't work out as well as I planned, and this fucking Surf just butt-fucks Metagross right in the face, and it turns out he just lost, I think he just lost some, Life Orb, so I'm like, ah, shit, fuck me. So, I'm predicting another Surf, going to Celebi. This actually does a little bit more than I expected, but oh well. Well, it's rain boosted fucking Life Orb, probably max special, but whatever. He goes into Poliwag, and I go for the Leech Seed, knowing that he can't really hurt me. So this Politoed is going to have not a good time, because if he would have stayed in, like this turn because he switches out, if he would have stayed in, he would have gotten probably killed by my Giga Drain, plus Leech Seed, plus Toxic damage, which stacks the fuck up. But he switches out. I should have used another Leech Seed right here, but I just go straight for the Giga Drain, you know, might as well. And this, I actually probably should have switched out, because this really isn't cool. I thought it would outspeed, and so I just use Recover, but he goes for Pursuit, and this Pursuit does quite a bit, and I'm like, shit, that's 69, lol. But anyways, I use Recover again, because why the hell not? Get all of my HP, which I was thinking, I'm like, I'm probably not going to get max health, but I do, because Celebi's a boss, and he uses Pursuit again, which isn't going to do as much damage, but, whatever. So I actually did, kind of like calculations. It said I would have lived with like a smidge of health, so I just go for the Leech Seed. But guess fucking what? Just wait. A fucking critical hit. And I fucking just threw a tantrum like a 4-year-old. And I was so pissed off. I'm like, oh. Because I could have just recovered stalled it. Whatever. So, he switches into his Poliwag as I bring out Heat Train. Because, whatever. I just use a Lava Plume knowing that I'm going to get a little bit of damage off anything. But if it wasn't raining, I probably would have got a little bit more damage. I use Protect, you know, just to protect myself for days. He uses Hydro Pump. I'm like, oh, thank God, because I would not have lived that. And he just lives with a fucking smidge of health, and I'm like, oh, whatever. So I switch out, go into Miss Piggy, even though it's a guy. But, you know what? I say fuck it. And I was hoping it'd miss, because that would have made this situation a lot better. And this Hydro Pump actually does a shit ton. And I'm like, oh, curse body, whatever. It's gonna die to poison. But still, look at that. Over, like, what, 150 damage? I shit my pants when that happened. So here, I thought he was gonna go for a Choice Specs Thunder. Because why wouldn't you have a Jolteon on a rain team that's not Choice Specs? But, he ends up going for Shadow Ball, and I'm like, huh. Predicted that shit. I knew it probably would have had Shadow Ball, but I was like, oh, whatever. And it turns out it's Life Orb, so I'm like, okay. Who cares? He goes out into this Mew, and I'm like, the fuck? I just go straight for the Earth Power. Just hitting shit for days. And, yeah. So now I was fearing that this Mew had Ice Beam, because Mews, for some reason, can shoot some fucking beams of ice out of its eyes, or something. So then I go into Heat Train, perfect counter, but it really goes for the Will-O-Wisp without, which I was like, oh shit, and I get a Fire Boost. I'm like, fuck yeah, America, with this motor oil, fat chicks, cheap whores, affordable jeans, but whatever. He just goes for a Psychic, because I'm specially defensive, it's not gonna do jack shit. I just get a Toxic off, and I'm like, hee hee. Ah, shit, there's 34 turns. Probably have to break this up into 2 videos, but I don't give a fuck. So I get some leftovers. I still want that fucking Ace card, or whatever. I get some of my leftovers, you get some Toxic damage. This Mew was a pain in the ass, but what are you gonna do? So he goes into Latios as I just hit up that Lava Plume, and thank the Lord for this, because guess what? Does a little bit of damage. Bat. Burned. And I'm like, oh, thank God it cut its attack in half. And it gets burned. Whatever. So I use Protect, knowing that he's probably going to go for another Surf. But he actually uses Trick, and I'm like, huh. Because I was thinking this Latios was Choice Specs. And I was like, whatever. Uses Trick, but it turns out it's Scarfed. I'm like, what? Why would you have a Scarfed Latios if it's faster than fuck tits? Well, anyways, I go for a Lava Plume, thinking I could get a little bit more damage off. He has the leftovers, which kind of sucks. But he has the burn too, so it doesn't really matter. I was thinking I could outspeed. I'm like, yeah, I'm Choice Scarfed, but it's still faster than me. I'm like, oh, are you fucking kidding me? And if I wouldn't have got off the burn, that Surf would have for surely killed me. Because, you know, it's rain boosted and whatnot. Plus Life Orb. Well, not what? Life Orb. Did I say it was Life Orb? I meant Scarfed. What the fuck am I saying? Well, anyways, it dies to a burn, and I'm going to end the video right here. So, we'll catch it next video.